treasures!
Welcome back
Hello
again!
there, and Merry Christmas.
Merry
We can finally say it now, not Merry Early Christmas. Merry Christmas.
It is. It's gonna be here.
I know.
So soon. It's crazy.
So, but sadly, this is our last Christmas episode till Christmas, which is still fun because it's Christmas.
That means it's Christmas
well,
coming.
we don't get to do any more Christmas things on the show until next year, but oh well. So hope you've enjoyed our Christmas episodes this year. We will keep doing them every year. So for our last one, we all know the true meaning of Christmas: Jesus' birth, presents, family, love, all that stuff, but also food.
Food is very important.
Food,
yes,
and particularly cookies, which is dessert.
I love cookies. Cookies are so good.
Cookies are good. So what we have here today is some of our own cookies that we've made for years now, and we absolutely love them, and they work every time. There's only one cookie in here that we put in because I just saw it and it looks so good. We haven't done it yet, but I will at one point, and I'm sure it's really good. So I put one in there. But the rest of them are all ones we have. So we're going to tell you a little overview of them, and then the
recipe will be in the description for all these cookies.
Because if we told you the whole thing on each one, that would just take a really long time.
You'd be like, I'm done with this video, and you wouldn't watch it anymore.
Yeah, so we're going to give you a little picture of each one, and then you in the description below, you can go do the cookies for yourself. Yeah, so the first one is Pinwheel Cookies. Very original, very good cookies.
Love Pinwheels.
So what you do is you make your cookie dough, of course. Cut it into two long slices.
Hey guys, it's Cecilia. I just wanted to pop in and say that I accidentally said in the video, cut the dough into two parts, the red and the green. It's actually three. You want to make the white, the red, and the green dough, and then put those together in 3 layers. So if you see the pictures and you're like, well, it's actually, I'm saying 2, but it's 3. It's actually 3. You want to put it into 3 layers, and then I'm just saying 2 because I did that on accident, but it is 3. So just want to pop in and say that so you're not confused.
And then you roll it out, but you make one a different color than the other. So usually it's like a light brown or dark brown, but for Christmas I would say do red and green together.
Because why not?
Yeah. So then you roll out the first one, and then you roll out the second one, you put that on top, and you roll them together, then you cut them in slices, and you cook them.
So easy, and they're so good.
And I mean, you will have to put it in the freezer and stuff like that, but that'll be in the full recipe.
Yes.
But yeah, they're really good, and they're not too hard to make.
They're not.
No.
I mean, the freezing takes some time, but
right.
That's okay. All right, number 2 is Crinkle Cookies.
Look at that. I love saying crinkle. It's so fun.
Cookies.
Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle.
Crinkle Cookies. It's like Kris Kringle.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just make your dough, and then before you bake them, you roll them into balls, and then you roll them in powdered sugar. Yum. And cook them. You can color the dough red or green to make it more like Christmas.
Exactly. And so they're called crinkle cookies because the way they cook is they break open, so you see the outside of a cookie, but you also see lines in it of the inside cookie.
They're very pretty.
They are. Yeah. Okay, so next is Pecan or Pecan. I don't know.
Pecan.
Yeah, I say pecan, but
you say pecan, I say pecan.
Yeah.
Does it really matter? I don't know.
So it's pecan roll cookies. With this recipe, you will need some butter, water, vanilla, pecans, sugar, and water, and flour, and that's literally it. That's all you need. So after you mix up the dry and wet ingredients, bake them at 275. Roll them in powdered sugar, and that's it.
Because you can never have too much powdered sugar.
Exactly. Yeah.
Actually, you can. One time I ate pancakes and had powdered sugar on top, and you know when you get too much on your bite, you put it in your mouth, and just you have to cough because all the powdered sugar.
Yeah. Well, that is true. With that, I make sure that sometimes I would eat it and then breathe in, and then you're
yeah, if you go and you inhale powdered sugar, it's not a good thing.
No,
don't do that. All right, number 4 is chocolate covered Oreo
which
cookies.
is our aunt has made them for years, and they're always really good.
Yeah, I've never attempted these, but they're amazing. You just get some Oreos and dip them in some white chocolate dyed green or red and let them dry. You can ice the tops with any Christmas way you want. So she'll even get little candy figures of Santa and snowmen and put them on top. Now it says just white chocolate, but I like the normal chocolate.
Yeah,
too.
and if you want to
it's
do
not
that,
as Christmassy, but if you do some of both, then it's
yeah, I've always liked that better. You can do chocolate, and if you do the chocolate, you can just put something Christmassy on top, and then it'll work.
Yeah.
Okay, so next is holly cookies. These are really good. So pretty much in a saucepan over low heat, melt together the marshmallows, butter, vanilla, vanilla, and food coloring. Mix in the cornflake cereal, and then you put those little cinnamon Red Hots on them, and you're done.
Look at that.
It's a little time sensitive in between to get them, formed and stuff, and it takes a little time, but they're really good.
Always popular. They always go.
Exactly.
Okay, the next are Oreo Balls.
They're so good.
Oh, these are good. Can you tell we like Oreos? So you just use a blender or a handheld mixer, and you mix the Oreos and cream cheese together. Obviously, you've crushed the Oreos by this point.
Yeah.
It's just a given. Then you roll them into balls, you freeze them, and you dip them in chocolate.
It's so simple. You don't even have to cook them.
Yeah, you could just, like red or green white chocolate. You dye the white chocolate, and then it looks so crispy.
Yeah. Or what you could do, if you like milk chocolate better, you can dip them fully in milk chocolate and then let them dry, and then half of it, do another layer of red or green.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Yeah.
Because that is a fact. You can't have enough hot chocolate. I mean, just chocolate in general.
Yeah.
You can never.
Well, you can, but...
Nope, it's possible.
Okay, so next is cut out sugar cookies, which are very, very original, very staple. So we will actually give you our own recipe that it took us forever to find a recipe that actually
worked. They're way too hard.
Yeah.
And not pleasant.
And kind of bland, but our friends, they're really good at baking cookies. They're really good at that. So they gave us this recipe for sugar cookies, and they are so good. They're moist
softness.
And soft,
yes.
And they're flavorful. They are so good. So you have to try these out. I mean, with cutout cookies, they're really fun because you can do anything you want with them. You can get all sorts of cutout things. You can ice them like trees or presents or whatever you want to do. You can do anything with them. So we'll just give you the recipe, and then you can go from there and do whatever you want. Literally.
Have fun with it.
Yeah.
All right, the next one is like the Pinwheel Cookies, but it's Apricot.
Now, they do look a little different than the Pinwheel ones, though.
Yes, but they're called Apricot Pinwheel Cookies.
Yeah.
So this dough has cream cheese in it, which is so good.
Yeah, that's good.
So you make sure the cookies are 10 inches square with a very sharp knife, and you cut the dough into 4 strips, and then you cut each strip crosswise into 4 squares. You go this way.
It sounds confusing, but it's actually really not if you do it.
It's not. Then you take a knife, you make a 1-inch cut from each corner of each square towards the center. Do not cut all the way towards the center. And then you spoon 1 teaspoon of the apricot filling in the center of each square. And then you fold every other corner tip of dough into the center to form a pinwheel. I hope you have pictures because it's not as confusing as it sounds.
Yeah, they'll be up there.
Yeah, you just you take the corners and you can press them into place so that the apricot filling stays inside.
Exactly. And I mean, you don't have to do apricot. You can do raspberry. You can do
strawberry.
You can do any kind of jam you want in there or filling. Okay, so what we have here are the 2 left are Thumbprint Cookies. Now, there's the original, which we're going to tell, and then there's another recipe. So this is the one recipe. The last one we're going to say we haven't tried, but it looks really good, and people really loved it online, so we thought we'd share it with you.
Okay.
But the original Thumbprint Cookie, we actually found a recipe that works really well. They're so good. So we'll share that with you, and we've had them for years. So pretty much all you do is you make your cookies, you roll them into balls, and you flatten them a little bit, and then you press your thumb into the middle, but don't go all the way through, so there's a hole. Just push it in, so there's a little indent.
Little thumbprint.
Yeah. So then you bake them, and then right when they come out, what you might have to do, we found in some years, is you have to press them again a little bit because they'll pop off. They'll rise up more than you want. So use a paper towel or something so you don't get burned.
Or a spoon. You
could use a spoon, and you just press it down a little bit, and then you put the icing in, and that's it.
So
it makes some red and green icing.
Because then you can, color the icing different things.
Right.
You can even add, sprinkles to it if you want.
But these ones are always gone at parties. They are so good.
It goes so fast.
Yeah.
So the other one that we found that we have not tried but looks amazing are red velvet cream cheese thumbprint cookies. Come on. That has to be good.
That has to be good.
So you make the cookie dough, and then before you put the oven, you do the same thing. You put the thumbprint inside, obviously. And then after they are done, you fill the holes with cream cheese filling. And then what do you put on it? Powdered sugar.
Of course. But yeah, so these ones will be, of course, red because they're red velvet. So they'll look a little more festive. Yeah, so we hope you enjoyed this episode. Learned some new cookies you can try. Definitely try them out. Some of them are harder than others, but if you want to start with an easy one, start with an easy one.
Right.
You know, you can do that. So make sure to check these out. And now it is time for the Taylor Treasure Box.
See what we get today.
All right.
I have to.
Let's see. Okay.
It's a would you rather. All right, mine says, would you rather always have to say everything you are thinking or never speak again? Oh boy. That's a hard question. It's a very hard question.
So what was it?
Because it would be hard. Like, imagine if, I don't know, like you had to say everything that you were thinking. Like you're out shopping and you're like, I think this person really liked this Christmas present, and they're standing right there.
Yeah, and then like if
helpful.
you had like a thought in your head, like maybe you're buying a Christmas present and you're thinking about it in your head, you have to say, I just bought Phil a TV.
Mm-hmm. I think Phil's gonna like this TV a lot.
Yeah.
And everyone in the store's like, why are you telling me? Yeah. But then never have to say anything again. I guess, though, I could learn sign language.
Yeah.
So I would say probably never speak again. Even though that'd be very hard. I'd pick that one.
Okay. So I got, I have to pretend I get a paper cut. So, gotta use some paper.
Fun. Yeah.
Alright, so just cutting away here. Ow! Oh! It's bleeding, it's bleeding, it's bleeding.
It looks
I don't
terrible.
know. I don't know. It's almost bleeding. I don't know. Please don't bleed. Please don't bleed.
They're the worst. They really are the worst.
You know what's worse is when you're sitting there and you know you got a paper cut and you're sitting there, you see it, and it's not quite bleeding yet. Like, please don't bleed. Please don't bleed. Please don't bleed. Please don't bleed.
Yeah, but then you can feel it for the next 3 days.
I know.
It's super annoying.
What really hurts is your pinky because it's so sensitive, and then you use it. I hate it when you get it on this finger because you use that finger a lot.
Or when it's in one of your bendy parts.
Oh yeah,
it really hurts. You know what was worse though? I once got bit by a parakeet, and that really hurts because it didn't bleed or anything, but it's it clamped down and it bruised the inside of my finger.
Ew.
So for the next few days, it hurt to move it. It didn't bleed or anything, but it was ow. It was the weirdest pain I've ever felt before. So never get chewed by a bird. It's not fun.
Oh, were you working? Is that why? Because we've never had a parakeet.
Yeah, I was working.
Okay.
And this parakeet did not like me for some reason. So
yeah, she worked at the pet store. Okay, so we hope you enjoyed this episode. Give us a like and a comment and subscribe and press the bell so you get all our videos in your notifications box. And if you haven't seen it yet, we just came out with a Christmas comedy sketch. And people seem to like it, so you can go check it out.
You can try it. And we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hey guys, thanks for watching that episode. If you'd like
job.
to subscribe down here, you can
Lots of
subscribe.
choices.
And if you'd like to watch a
Videos,
previous
choose.
episode, you can click up here. If you want to watch the sketch that we made, you can click down here. See you next time. Merry Christmas! Bye!